as long as you are an Anioma person or you are in Anioma, Anioma was part of Benin Kingdom. 100% all the traditional rulers in Anioma drew their influence from the Oba of Benin. They were installed by the Oba of Benin, all of them. They all, no one is left. They all drew their recognition from Benin. They are Egiada. Egiada means a title that is given to anybody by Oba alone. That is why people have Iyase, you have Esogma, you have Oliha, you have Ezomo. These are titles that were created by the past Obas of Benin. When an Oba makes you a chieftaincy title holder or an Enogi, a duke, you are equally given the prerogative to replicate some of the titles from Benin Kingdom. No, though not all, you are given the prerogative to replicate these titles in your own dukedom. If not, those people you call your kings today, they were not kings, they are dukes.
How then do you call a king a duke? How? Your own king comes to my kingdom to complete his own coronation processes. Your kingdom doesn't do anything in the coronation of my own king. So how there's all the processes of enthronement of the Obi of Ubunuku and so many other kingdoms in Benuane. There's no input by the Oba of Benin. Ya no renye di anya asotonu. Nendi eze, nendi obi, obna wachi na akwụkwọ ni na mbu, na abụ na weze. He kept repeating, na abụ we dukes. Dukes bụ nye akpọ ọkwabani. Ọkwabani, obna Igbo Igbo, ka nkọwa anyị nye ọkwabani bụ. Ọkwabani means he that goes to a place. Oluebo Oba, he that goes to a place and prospers. He that goes to a place establishes and prospers. That's what we call Okwabani. Okwabani is the word for duke. Okwabani, Okwa Jebeni, Luebo Oba is an Igbo word. There's no contradiction about it. Okwabani, Kaiwo, Osnandi Eze, Ndi Obi, Ayon Obeni, Bu Duke, Budianya operate Voice of Bini TV. Asana me wob show geza. Bazaz kwandi over na bu eze na Beni de mane na bu eze. Maka eze de mane na bu eze. Ya se ma mo di Beni na bu meze. Eze de mane na bu eze. Opo sho say makwa na bu meze. Maka no mane na bu eze bu eze. Eze ndi obo na bu we wachi obodo aru anu da asusu obodo wachi. Eze ndi obo na wachi obodo amade na we anu na we bishop gbasa na obodo wachi. Na nke eze ga esi sapu onu meme video say na obo ye Bini. Oye Bini ase ni Igbo duke. Ni Igbo eno de ko kwa kom gene. Ya ba chọ nke kọwa n'ọnụ. Na abụ ndị nọ n'akwụkwọ ni. Onwo shade adwa po na nwo zugu. Nwe za de futo na mba. Ka isi asụ an Igbo. Ofukpola akwa de fu n'okwu. Adwe fo na nwo zugu. Ai bụ ndị Igbo. Ewe ọbụna ịhụ n'ebe oyi Igbo a na-ekpọlụ n'isi anị enu koje iwu oyi Igbo ofu nye ya marigede gbasa n'oyi Igbo bụ na ọ dị confident. A meghe 3 examples na ga mbido with Nkechi Ogwash Oda Igbo nwa eze nri ka ọ bụ ya na nwone ewe bịa nwone nwone ya na awibu n'ije ya achị Igbo ụzọ till today. Ya no nwe a continue Jonia lue na Ogwashi. Udo ndị si na esiwa anyị dubia. Afọ onye nisikwa anyị dubia gị nene gwobo osi anyị dubia bụ ike. Bueno na-eso okwu na anụ ọgụ. Kikwe ya nọ n'ọgụ asụ wene we azụ anụ. Oge ọbụla wee gbuo anụ we na-eke anụ we na anụ ọgụ. Ọgbasụ anụ kwụ na-ekenye ni na anụ ọgụ naanịzi. Afa anwụ eze nri n'ime ekwukwo onye n'Igbo Oda Igbo. Oke kwụ na-ekezi anụ na anụ ọgụ. Bune wone oye diani ni mono nine. Une wone diokbala ni mono. Aso ene wo so wa popsha na ko se kiri na de ka yo diachase. Popsha de kachase diani. Na popsha we. O si nke kachase nta ni me we ya ke diano. Oba ka anu okisia. Eke wa anu onye ụzọ anọ ka Igbo si azụ afịa anọ. O si nke dechasị na ya shari. Nke onye aba shari. Akshasi awa anụ ni. Afọ adịghị ọbụla mma abụọ esi na di anyị. Na ọ dịka nwekwa agwụgwọ isi weji achị ọchịchị o. Nnọọ ka nwa eze nri si cheme na ọgwashi. N'ishu anya ndị si na-esi wa Anidu bịa. How then can somebody from Anidu si Yoruba bịa Anidu bịa chime ga-esi na agwa anyị na ndị achị na anyị bụ enoge. That is like a duke. Is it the word normal? Oba of Bini comes to my community. I'm speaking this one in English, not my dialect, so that if you are a Bini person watching, you can verify. I said, Oba of Bini comes to my community. I'm from Ubuluku. Spent 3 days as part of his coronation. And as near here as 1982 or 84, your Oba also came. It is this particular Oba that is ruling now that has not come. The 5 brothers that established Obolo clan of old, 5 brothers, let me list their names for you. The oldest of them was Obodo. Anega, Okobodo founded Obolono. Now Obodo founded Obolono. Anega founded Adonte. Ezenaria founded Umojane of Obolo. Ekeria founded Ashama. Ezemu founded Ubuluku. It is from Ubuluku that Ubulokiti sprang up. Now, how can you look at these particular names that I mentioned that you say they are not Igbo? They are all Igbo names. How can you then say that the community founded by Obodo is from Bini? The only link the kingship of Ugolono has with Bini is that a certain man, a warrior named Ugbe, who was a servant in Ubuluku Palace, was dispatched to go and assist them to resist attacks from a certain group in Ogwashuku, because Obolono shares boundary with Ogwashuku. And this group that attacks them are not our Igbo brothers. They are also a small group of Bini people who settled in Ogwashuku, attacking Obolono. And then Ugbe was sent with a group of warriors to go and defend Obolono. After defending Obolono, he was enticed to stay back and not go. And he stayed back. And he established a relationship with Oje. Oje is a granddaughter of Obodo. Mind you, Obolono did not have their own kings. They were all under Obolo Kingdom, under the leadership of Ezemu, the founder of Ubuluku. While Ezemu also continually recognized his older brother, Obodo, by going there to pay visit and also present Mitaipwa Ishuanu to his elder brother's welfare. Even our kings continued it as tradition. You must go to Obolono to prepare yourself for kingship of Ubuluku. And it's so till today. So, Oje befriended Ugbe. And they had 2 children. It is from these children that the Oje, who was Anidebe, had with Oje had with Ugbe, that the kingship of Ubolono came up. How can you now say that Ugbe, who donated, traditionally is called spam donation, to Oje, is now the person who instituted kingship of Ubolono, and the Ubolono people are from Bini? What sort of claim is that? This is the story of Obolo Kingdom, the origin of Obolono. And I'm reading, the story of Obolo Kingdom was written by our sister, Mrs. Esther Wright, a renowned writer. Now I'm reading from page 44. The 4th quarter, Ubulubo produced the king as well as the Ozoma. Sorted was the claim by Ikemefuna and Danene that after the relations of Obodo had left her, she later discovered some settlers around Obolono, namely the people of Ubulubo. This claim was rejected by Kikachuku, the Obi of Obolono, explaining how Ubulubo came about. The Obi said that Aniobodo community was earlier made up of 3 quarters, Umuata, Abodo, and Anioshei. Oral tradition affirmed that Ugeabe had come to Aniobodo on the request of Okpala Awobi, the father of Oje, and Onyama Okpala Awobi had asked the Obi of Obolo to come to his aid and put a stop to the harassment from the Ikerike people of Ogwashuku, as I have stated earlier. You see that history doesn't lie. Ikerike people of Ogwashuku who had continued to disturb Aniobodo people. In response, the Obi sent Ugbe from within his household to go to Aniobodo while the war with the Ikerike people of Ogwashuku lasted. Ugebe stayed in the home of Okpala Obi. It was there that he met Oje and fell in love with her, unaware that she was an Idebe. A woman kept at home to produce children for her father outside marriage. Ugebe successfully ended the constant sieges of the Ikerike people. Oje, who already had a son called Agwele, had a second son this time, fathered by Ugebe. The child was named Abule. The 2 sons of Oje lived among her people, Umuata, and they were referred to as her father's children by the act that Oje was an Idebe. So if Oje was an Idebe, and it is through these children of Oje that the kingship of Ubuluno came, how do you now come out to tell us that the Ubuluno people are from Bini? What sort of claim is that? I said that our kings, that the kings of Bini must spend, how many days did I say? Must spend 3 days in Ubuluku, precisely in Onichokwe, before their coronation is completed. This is part of their fortification. And to even make this fortification strong, there are Ubuluku people still in Benin till today. As I speak with you, the number 3 person in command at the palace of Benin is from Ubuluku. I'm not saying this to disrespect Bini Kingdom or to denigrate her, but I want to put things in perspective as they are. That not every king in Enuani is what you call your Enoge, or what do you mean by referring to kings as Enoge? On what grounds? When we were Bendel State, you can't rank 2 kings in the whole of Bendel State without ranking the Obi of Ubuluku. After the Oba of Benin, the next in command was Obi Edward Chukuyem Ofulue. And then you come here to tell me a king was Enoge. Even the Edo, I'm not saying the whole of Bendel. I say Edo State. The Oba of Benin did not have influence over all the communities in Edo. Then you are bringing your influence down here to tell me that a king was an Enoge. Let me read, Jerry, so that evidence, plenty. Evidence now water, according to some of our commenters. Now I'm reading from page 276. Visit of Oba of Benin Nobaisi in 1897. Oba of Benin, exiled to Calabar by the British in 1897, Prince Michael Obanwa claimed that, I quote, during the reign of Obiwaje, Oba Ovuran visited Ubolo and spent some time before being shipped to Calabar. Obiwaje sent his 4 relations with the Oba of Benin only to return to Ubolo to announce the Onwa, to announce Onwa Oba of Benin. So you see the kind of relationship we had with these people. When he was dethroned by the British colonialists, he ran to Ubuluku, the Oba of Benin ran to Ubuluku, and we gave them an entourage to accompany him to Calabar, where 2 of the servants who went with him came back to report that he's no longer with us anymore. It was also said that Ugiabe of Benin origin arrived to Ubolo within the same period. It was also within that same period that Ugiabe was sent away to Aniobodo. Aniobodo is Obolono. At the insistence of the Opalo Mwata, they also saw Aniobodo as a good hideout for the banished chief, because Ogiabe was a chief who was banished. Now another chief, Ogiabe, was banished from Bini. He ran to Obunuku. How do you now call a king and a Noge? Voice of Bini TV, I'm addressing this to you. That was very, very embarrassing. I've never seen any photo or video of a king of Obolo running to Bini to go and bow down. Rather, I see your own kings coming to Obolo. Not our own coming to your own. Your own coming to our own. Now, where the visit of Oba of Benin, that is Ovora when Nobaisi in 1897. I'm now reading the visit of Oba Rediwa. On the 16th of March 1982, the 38th Oba of Benin, born in 1923, His Royal Majesty Omonoba Edo Uku Abolokbolo, Oba Rediwa, the Oba of Benin, visited His Royal Highness Abogidi Obiofulue Chukwuyemofulue II at his palace in Ubuluku. An eyewitness Nkwo Omogolo said they spent hours inside Unu Ezemu. Now it will interest you that as we have Unu Ezemu in Ubuluku, we also have it in the palace of Bini. We have a hut reserved for the descendants of Ezemu in Oba's palace in Bini. I spoke this one in English so that if you are a Bini person you are watching, counter it. This is just to put things in perspective, not to insult any kingdom. This is the story of Obolo Kingdom, a book written by our sister Esther Wright, and I encourage you to please get a copy of the book. It encompasses all the Obolo communities in the whole of Igbo land. It's a very interesting read. Look at the picture of the Oba of Benin. Let me zoom in very closely. And that was in 1982. And some other records. How then do you call a king a duke? More than so if we keep quiet and such claims are allowed to persist, they may become our reality. They may become our. There are so many other deep secrets that I don't need to come online here and start sharing. But stop referring to anyone in communities as dukedoms to your Bini. You say our influence. You know, our influence extended all the way to the River Niger. Where did your influence extend to? When it was time for war, we stood and defeated you. Most of your soldiers begged to settle, and they settled among us. And they are living with us harmoniously till today. They couldn't go back. If your kingdom was greater, those soldiers would have wanted to go back. Even if it's to go back as slaves, they will go back. But they chose to stay in a kingdom. One doesn't take shade under a tree that is shorter than him. You take shade under a tree that is taller than you. So, during Ayidu Noba, that was when everywhere scattered. And so many communities that are Igbo land established in Anidu ran away. That is why when I see Ikore people speaking Igbo, you are telling me you are a Bini person. I'll be laughing at you very well. I don't have to hide my laughter. When I see you are from Oba, speaking Igbo, your ancestor is Akalaka, and you say you are a Bini person, I'll be laughing at you very well. You are from Anidu, and the part of Anidu you are from are the Igbo-speaking parts of Anidu. As some of you will come here to come and insult. I don't insult. I throw evidence before you. That the communities you refer to as dukedoms stood boldly and faced you in war and defeated you, and you ran away. Just how many kilometers now is the place you call Bini that didn't have influence over even the entire Edo? I'm reading from page 2 of the book Benin and the Europeans. Professor Alan Ryder wrote in this area now, paragraph 2, he said, at the same time, it must be emphasized that the sway of Benin seldom, if ever, extended over all the Edo peoples. Less than half of them were brought into the kingdom with any degree of permanency, and some areas in the north were probably never dependent upon Benin. And if Benin was not a state embracing all the Edo, neither was it composed exclusively of Edo subjects. For to the west, it encroached upon Yoruba areas, and in the east, it embraced many of the Igbo living to the west of the River Niger. The origin of the kingdom are lost in myth and antiquity, from which survives only tradition of migration from the east. Migration from the east. Migration from the east. Oh God. These people, you will be tired, not me. As long as you continue insulting Igbos of Western Niger, you will be the one who will get tired. Now, the place is talking about the Oba of Benin not having influence over all the subjects in that small area called Bini. Not to now talk of the Igbo speaking parts who trace their migration history to the east. This book is 14th century.